Imagine a little stray cat, tiny, scarred, and alone, staring down a dog twice his size in an alley. Not backing down, not flinching. This is the story of a cat who became a legend in his neighborhood. A little fighter with the heart of a lion. They called him Whiskers. But this wasn't just any cat named Whiskers. No, Whiskers had earned his name. Every scratch, every scar, a badge from countless scrappy battles for survival. You see, Whiskers wasn't just a stray cat. He was a boxer, a tiny warrior who fought not just for himself, but for every other underdog. Or rather, undercat. When Whiskers showed up on a rainy, freezing night, he was barely more than skin and bones. Abandoned, weak, fur-matted and drenched, he looked nothing like a fighter. But that was just the beginning of his struggle. The neighborhood was full of dangers. Stray dogs, tough alley cats, and the ever-watchful eyes of the animal control officers. No one expected this little cat to survive one night, let alone what came next. As days turned into weeks, Whiskers began to stake out his territory. But his way of survival was unique. He watched, he learned, and he waited. One evening, Whiskers noticed a new threat. A gang of feral cats had started bullying the younger, smaller cats for scraps. Whiskers didn't have much, but he wouldn't stand for this injustice. And that's when the locals saw something incredible. With one swift, lightning-quick paw swipe, Whiskers took down the biggest of the gang leaders, a scrawny tabby named Claw. And that was it. Word spread. Whiskers wasn't just some alley cat. He was their protector. But protecting others came at a cost. With every challenge, every swipe, Whiskers' body bore more scars, and every scar told a story. Through rainstorms, frost, and brutal alley fights, he refused to give up his tiny territory. And each time he stood his ground, the other cats found hope. He was showing them that even the smallest among them could stand tall against any challenge. One night, it happened. Whiskers was prowling near the streetlights when he heard a terrified yowl from a kitten trapped in a fence, cornered by a dog. The dog was big, way too big for Whiskers to take on alone. But as soon as he saw that little kitten trembling, he didn't even hesitate. With a loud hiss, Whiskers sprinted toward the dog, puffing up every ounce of his small frame. He boxed, claws flashing, moving with a rhythm and courage that could only come from a place deep within. His strikes were fast, left paw, right paw, moving like a prize fighter, fearless and fierce. And for one long, intense moment, the dog backed down, surprised, giving the kitten just enough time to escape. From that night on, Whiskers was a legend. His courage inspired every cat in the neighborhood. They called him the Boxer Cat, the little warrior with the unbreakable spirit. His battles weren't just for food or survival anymore. They were about standing up for others, showing them what was possible. In a world that told him he was small, powerless, Whiskers showed that sometimes the smallest ones are the fiercest of all. And to this day, the cats in that neighborhood still tell his story. Because the Boxer Cat wasn't just a hero. He was a symbol, a reminder that bravery has no size. If Whiskers' story touched your heart, hit that subscribe button. Join us for more inspiring tales of courage, friendship, and adventure. Let's keep the spirit of the Boxer Cat alive, together.